Good morning, folks. The time is 8:51 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on the 6th of May, 2025. And of course, that's the 7th for my friends on the other side of the planet there, my friends in the Philippines, my friends in New Zealand, my friends in Australia, and specifically, my friends in Melbourne. How is everybody doing today? I'm not just talking about people in the other side of the world. I'm talking about people everywhere. How are you all doing, my friends? I hope you're doing great. My name is Lee. I'm the guy who started the groups. Well, I thought it was funny. That's right. The group's so funny I started it twice, my friends, and that turned out to be a good idea. And you, my friends, I know darn well that you are you, and I know that you're awesome. How do I know you're awesome? Well, these little groups that I started are not little anymore, and they're awesome, and they're only awesome because of you, my friends. That's right. You brought the awesome, made the groups awesome, therefore you must be awesome, right? I think so. And you know what? Speaking of those two groups, combined, we're over 695,000 members, my friends. 695,000 plus members. Probably closer to 696 right now. That is amazing. And that's a bigger population than many cities on the internet. So, you know what I like to call us? And I'm going to do it again today. I like to call us the funniest city on the internet. Population us, you and I, my friends. Funny people in a funny place. And holy smokes, do we ever make people laugh. We're good at it. I'm glad you're all doing well, or at least I'm hoping you're all doing well today, my friends. I have no idea whether you're doing well or not, but I really do hope you're doing well. And I want to know what you're doing today. I would love to know what you're doing today, my friends. You know, today I've agreed to go for a bit of a drive with a friend of mine to pick up a commercial bread oven. Actually, not pick it up. He's just going to go look at it and possibly buy it and then get it shipped down to his place. And it's not the person who I thought would ask me to do that. I got a buddy named Manfred, and he is an amazing baker. And he's now a commercial baker, which sort of had it happen gradually. But that's what he does. He's a baker. And I thought that would be the person, if anyone would ask me to go look at a bread oven. But no, it's another guy that I know, a guy that I work with. I think he's just flipping this, though. I don't think he's getting into baking, my friends. So that's what I'm doing this morning, and that's about it. But I want to know what you're doing, my friends. You've already heard from me, right? You know, I just told you what I'm going to be doing, this boring little trip to get to take a look at a bread oven. Well, it might not be boring. It's good friends, so that's what I'm doing. Why don't you drop a comment on this video saying what you're doing today? I would love to hear from you. I'd love to hear what's up in your life. Not trying to pry, just trying to make a connection. Rose Glad commented yesterday. Yesterday was graduation day for Maika'i. And now I'm saying that wrong. This is her adopted dog. Fantastic dog. And it is the Hawaiian word for good. So good dog. Unfortunately, I don't pronounce Hawaiian words very well, apparently. So Maika'i is probably the best that I can do. Rose, maybe you can grade me on that. But this handsome boy, this handsome pooch, just graduated from, well, obedience school yesterday, and I want to show you the greatest picture. Here he is with his graduation lei over his graduation bow tie that Rose knitted him. He looks so handsome. He's such a good pooch. And look at him. Look at him. He looks so smart. What a handsome dog, Rose. Thank you so very much. Thanks for sharing that photo. Thanks for sharing the story of, you know, adopting Maika'i. And once again, I'm sorry for saying the name so horribly. But I'm really, really happy to hear that things are going well. And oh, he's such a handsome boy. He really is. I want to hear from you folks. I'd love to hear about your pets. I'd love to hear about your walks. I'd love to hear about your job. Or maybe you just went grocery shopping. I don't care. I want to hear about it. Why don't you share it with us? Once again, leave a comment on this video. And you know what? Maybe we'll talk about it tomorrow. All right, folks. You know what? It's Tuesday. And about a month or two ago, I thought I would be doing a featured movie on Tuesday every week, and I haven't been, but I'm doing one today, folks. We got a movie to share with you today, and it's a low budget movie, but it's funny, and we're going to get to it right after this.
You shouldn't grab me, Johnny. My mother grabbed me once.
Can you fly this plane and land it?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I want to talk to you about UHF. That's right, Weird Al's 1989 movie, UHF. It's a low-budget film, but holy smokes, was it funny. It starred, of course, Weird Al. It starred David Bowie, Fran Drescher, Victoria Jackson, and I hate Victoria Jackson, but I think she's funny in this movie, and she was funny in SNL, and after that, I think she is a garbage human. Sorry, folks. Anyways, let's go on from that. Kevin McCarthy. You know Kevin McCarthy from Invasion of the Body Snatchers. They're coming for us. They're coming. They're going to come for you next.
Look! You fools! You're in danger! Can't you see? They're after you! They're after all of us! Our wives, our children, everyone! They're here already! You're next!
Yes, that Kevin McCarthy. Michael Richards. Yeah, I know his name is kind of tarnished, but he was funny back then. You know, Michael Richards. He played Kramer on Seinfeld. Stanley Bragg, Geddy Watanabe, Billy, Barty, Anthony, Geary, Emo Phillips. I love Emo Phillips. And Trinidad Silva in his last film. Trinidad Silva was a great character actor, and he passed away during the filming of this film. Right near the end, he and his family were hit by a drunk driver, and he was killed in that. But anyways, that's a downer. Let's talk about the funny parts of this movie. Well, the movie plays Weird Al Yankovic. He's a bit of a loser, you know. He's funny, but he daydreams all the time, and he just can't keep his mind on the subject. Well, his uncle wins a TV station, a UHF TV station that is like it's so far down in the ratings that nobody watches, and it's one of these local stations, right? And at his aunt's suggestion, they decide to put Weird Al's character in charge of it, and his name is George Newman in the show. That's his character, George Newman. They put him in charge of the station, and he does his best to try to turn it around, and he starts doing the really weird stuff. Like the station had nothing on there; it was just garbage, right? Well, he does his best to turn it around, and there's a lot of really funny bits in the movie by funny actors and that. And there's a big struggle between the little station and the network station, because all of a sudden, with the changes that he makes and the people that he brings in and all this new stuff, people start watching. And next thing you know, they are number one, for the most watched station. And then there's a big fight between the network and between the little guy, Weird Al station. And also there's a bit with his uncle's gambling debts, and they got to raise money. They got to save the station. It's a real tour de force of just funny and stupid funny at times. So you have to be able to enjoy stupid funny, because there are some real stupid funny in this. But if you can enjoy that, and I can, if you've listened to my jokes, you know that I can be stupid, and I can at least try to be funny. The movie is so funny. Now I'm going to play a clip. Right now from the movie. I'm going to bring it up right now. It's going to obscure my face, which is probably good for everybody. But at the same time, we're going to bring it up. We're going to watch it. And a little setup. This is Michael Richards, and he has a kids show that they put on when they discover just how funny this guy is, right? So they put him on in charge of this kids show. Kids show is really popular. This is just a little clip from that, and it's ridiculous.
Joe Miller, you just found the marble in the oatmeal. You're a lucky little boy, because you know why? You get to drink from the fire hose! Okay, you ready? Yeah! Open wide!
Oh, I'm sorry. It makes me laugh. Folks, if you get a chance, check out this movie. Maybe it's on streaming or something like that near where you live. It is a dumb, funny movie. And if you like Weird Al, there's a good chance you might like this. He's got some of his music stuff happening in there. And some of the funniest parts of this movie is where he's just daydreaming. And these little scenes that he puts himself into. His character is a daydreamer and kind of shiftless, I guess. Not shiftless, that means evil. Just no real direction. It's great. And as I said, Victoria Jackson's in this movie. And I don't like Victoria Jackson. I don't find her funny. I didn't find her funny really on SNL, except for a couple of skits every once in a while. And I definitely don't find her funny in real life, but I do find her funny in this movie. And I think she plays this is a good one for her, a good character for her, because she brings the shrill down a little bit in it. But folks, if you get a chance, go check out this movie. If you're a fan of dumb funny, and if you're a fan of Weird Al, I don't think you're going to go wrong with this, my friends. I got a couple of great posts to share with you today. You know I share 2 posts every day. At least I try to. I got one from Jillian Jacques, or Jillian Jacques, depending whether you're French or not. And I've got another one from Khristie H. We're going to start with Jillian's post right now, because J comes before K in the alphabet. Bringing that up right away here. And, you know, sometimes you just got to take the edge off. And if, you know, this is stupid. But this is funny, and this made me laugh. Thank you so very much, Jillian. That's the whole thing. You make me laugh. There's a good chance your post is getting put up here. Love it, Jillian. Love it. It's hilarious. All right, so the next one is from Khristie H. Roper. Sorry about that. I misspelled your name. So from Khristie H. Roper, bringing it up right away. I'm not going to lie. This describes me as much as it does bacon. Khristie, thank you so very much. Jillian, thank you so very much. Everybody, thank you for your sharing your funny stuff. That's what makes us awesome, and we are awesome, and we're awesome because of you. So thank you so very much. Keep sharing your stuff, and if your post makes me laugh, maybe I'll feature your post tomorrow. All right, folks, let's take a look. Where are we? Okay, let's see. I started off by telling you what the time was. Then I told you what the date was on my side of the world and the other side of the world there in Melbourne. And then I talked to you about my day. I asked about your day. Oh my gosh, we shared the photos of Maika'i, Rose Glad's handsome pooch, graduating. What a good looking pooch. Thanks for sharing that, Rose. And I asked you to share your day. Talk about your day in the comments in this video, folks. I'd love to talk about it tomorrow. Share some photos if you like to. We'll share those too if we can. And then from there, I talked to you about a movie called UHF. From 1989 by Weird Al Yankovic. I stand by what I said. That movie is funny, my friends, and you should watch it. And then from there, we feature 2 funny posts. One from Khristie H. Roper, the other one from Jillian Jacques, or Jillian Jacques, depending on whether you're French or not. And from there, that got us to here. And from here, I'm pretty sure we go to the bad jokes. My son was on eBay all day today. I think tomorrow I might lower the price. Did you know that light travels faster than sound? It's the reason why people seem bright until they start talking. What does garlic do when it gets hot? It takes its clothes off. I was explaining to my young cousin how the baton works in relay races, and he understood it right away. I really gotta hand it to him. Did you know that if you took a blue whale and laid it across a football field, you'd have no choice but to cancel the game? You know, if you spell drawer backwards, you're gonna get a reward. What do you get when you cross a bison with a duck? Buffalo Bill. Do you think it would kill avocado manufacturers to maybe put a different toy in them once in a while? Listen, I've got 50 of those stupid wooden toy balls. I just boarded a plane and was mistaken for the pilot. Guess I'm gonna have to wing it. Never discuss infinity with a mathematician. They'll just go on forever. What do you call a potato wearing glasses? A spectator. I am so glad that people like those jokes. At least a few people like those jokes. I know a few people come back for those jokes every day, and I know like Rose Glad is one person. I know that my friend Cory Buckner's one person. I know that Michelle's a person that comes back for those jokes. Michelle Finnerty. Melissa Carnahan likes the jokes. My wife likes the jokes. That's right. Even my wife likes those jokes. I hope you like them too. And I got a big thanks. I got to thank the people that send me jokes. And of course, I got to thank Dave Knapp. That's right. My friend Dave Knapp. 4 of today's 10 jokes are from Dave Knapp. That's right. 4 of 10. That's pretty good. That's almost 40%. Actually, there's 11 jokes today, by the way. Sorry, I threw an extra one in. And you know, and I got to thank at Greg of the Lake on YouTube. The first joke I told today, that one about my son on eBay, that's from at Greg of the Lake from YouTube. Thank you very much, Greg of the Lake. And of course, the second joke, the joke about light traveling faster than sound, that's from my beautiful, wonderful wife. And then the next four jokes are from my friend Dave Knapp. 40% of the jokes from Dave Knapp. Look at me with my math skills. And then, let's see, that was 4, 6. And then the next four jokes are from Dad Jokes. The funniest yet, this book from at Dad Says Jokes. It's on at Dad Says Jokes on Instagram. I am not affiliated with these folks, but these jokes are funny, and I've got a lot of jokes from them, and I'm showing my sources, my friends. And the next three I just found in the ether, wherever in the internet. There was no nothing attributed to them. So the next, we got up to our 11 jokes, and I want to tell your jokes. The reason why these jokes are funny is because I get funny jokes from you. Send your jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. And it'd be even more cool. Why don't you record yourself telling a joke? That's right. Pick up your phone, turn on the camera, make sure it's the front-facing camera, so your beautiful face is looking at you. Hit video, hit record, talk into your phone, and tell a joke. And when you're done, hit stop, and then hit share, and send that video to the same place I want you to send your jokes, jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. Hey, maybe one of these days you'll check out one of the videos, and all 10 jokes will be from 10 different amazing members like you. That would be so cool. Let's do it, my friends. Send your jokes and videos of you telling jokes to jokes@wellithoughitwasfunny.com. It's going to be awesome, my friends. I can't wait to see you tell your jokes, my friends, and share that with the world so the world can know that you're funny. All right, folks, real quick, we've got a store. I'm going to throw a blurb up there, this little kind of commercial thing that I lazily made. We're going to put it up. We're going to be right back. All right, folks, really quick. We have a great store where we've got these fantastic coffee cups. We've got hoodies. We got shirts. Heck, we got shirts. Look at this. We got shirts. This is my 3/4 sleeve rock shirt, like they call it. Why do I call it that? Because it reminds me of concert shirts that I used to get when I go to concerts. I still get them. I still go to concerts. That's what this reminds me of. We got shirts. We got hoodies. We got a regular t-shirt. I'm going to bring that up right now. You can see all three of them right there, my friends. They look great. They're great quality, and they're going to look good on you because you're already a gorgeous looking person. Gorgeous looking person. Great design. Wow. Unstoppable. Told you I got a coffee cup. I also got a 25-ounce to-go cup. Really good quality cup. Keep your hot beverages hot, your cold beverages cold, and look good and represent the group at the same time. What else do I have? Oh my gosh, my friends, you're not going to believe this. I got a tote bag. I'm sorry, I sound like an idiot. I got this great tote bag. That's Rose Glad there with her tote bag saying not only is it good for groceries, it's good for books. And as you can see right there, it's great for hauling around your rubber chickens. Thank you, Rose. That rocks, and you rock, Rose. Folks, check out our store. We got a lot of cool stuff there, and I'm sure there's going to be something there for you. And if you buy one of our shirts or our hoodie or one of those coffee cups, or we have a phone case, we've got stickers. Let's see how you represent, my friends. So visit the store at store.wellithoughitwas.com. Thanks for sitting through that, my friends. I really do stand behind what we have in that store. The quality's great. The images look good. And, people ask about what you're wearing. When you show up in that shirt in public, people are like, oh, that's cool. What is that? And you say, oh, just scan that little QR code in the corner here. Bring you to the funniest group in the world. Worked for me already. I've got 6 people that way. So it's awesome. Folks, but yep, thanks for watching the blurb. If you do purchase anything from our store, please let us know. Send a photo of you with that coffee cup, that shirt, that hoodie, whatever it might be, because we know you're good looking and we know that the image looks good. So the two together, woo, unstoppable. All right, folks, wrap up time. And it's a real quick wrap up. I want to say thank you again for making us amazing. Thanks for being a member of this group. A little over a year, and we went from me to almost 700,000. We're going to hit 700,000 in a few days, my friends. Unbelievable. And it's all because of you. If it was just me and a couple of my friends like it was for the longest time, we might find it funny, but it's pretty limited. Now we're a juggernaut of funniness. That's right, a juggernaut of funniness, folks. We're unstoppable, and we're unstoppable because of you. Because you're funny, because you come here, you share your stuff. And like I said at the beginning of the video, we're the funniest city on the internet. Population us, my friends. Funny people in a funny place. And we make people laugh. So many people laugh. And that's always been my plan, is to make people laugh. And because of you, we're being successful, my friends. So thank you for that. And you know, I'm going to be here again tomorrow. I'm hoping you're going to be here tomorrow. And maybe we'll have a few new people. But even if we don't, what are we? The funniest group in the world. The funniest city on the internet. Folks, thank you so very much for being awesome. All the love.
Well, I thought it was funny.
Well, I think it was funny.
Well, I thought 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 it